Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My dogs are a little scared of the mask. But anyway, I'm Batman. And I got a black marker because it matches my soul. Man. What's the arch nemesis of Batman? Do you know what it is? It's not Joker. It's glare. Alright, that's enough. Okay, so today's lesson. Solving two-step inequalities. So that means that we now have to both add and subtract and multiply and divide. Now, go reverse PEMDAS, okay? Except for one time, which I will go over because you're going to have one of those on the worksheet. So, start with this, the basics. Let's go back to that box method I showed you before. Okay, yeah, so there was a little bit of editing magic because my dogs found their squeakers as soon as I, started the video. So, we're at the boxing method. Now, the blue, the x is directly connected to the -9, so that's why it's in blue. They're together. But in order to deal with that, we first need to deal with the red, because the red is preventing us from getting to that, because the red, the -3, is attached to the -9x. So, we have to get rid of the -3. So what's the opposite of, what's the opposite of -3? +3. So the opposite of subtracting 3 is adding 3. So you have to add 3 to both sides. You do it to the left, you do it to the right, but this time it's not an equal sign, it's an inequality sign. It's still same method. So I will solve and bring down everything for you. So, as you can see, I added the 3, getting rid of it here. Now I add 3 to the other side. 6 plus 3, that's how I got here, 9. I brought everything down. I brought down the inequality sign. I brought down the -9x. So now I have -9. Where's the glare? My nemesis. I have -9x is greater than 9. Now, this one's fairly understandable because it's 9 and 9, but let's say it's not. So the -9 is attached to the x directly. There's no, as you can see, directly. There's no addition between it. There's no subtraction between it. There's no fraction indicating division. You do see this here, but that's not in between it. So the opposite of multiplying by 9 is dividing by 9. So I'm going to divide both sides by 9, but not just 9. It's -9. So I'm going to divide both sides by -9. And according to Friday's video, if you multiply or divide both sides, if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative sign, you flip it. Very good. So x gets, and then the sign gets flipped. So my answer for this one is x is less than -1. Okay. Now, you're going to have a difficult problem. Okay, you're going to have a hard problem to solve. So make sure you're paying attention right now as I pull up the problem. So, this isn't the one from the worksheet, but this is one that is very similar to it. Okay, so breathe for 2 seconds. I know this makes great entertainment as you watch me, right on the board. But you're going to have one like this. Okay, now it's kind of backwards. You can't do reverse PEMDAS. You kind of have to go in order. The -4 is directly attached to the x this time, and the 3 is attached to that. So I will use our box method once again. So there's the blue, and then there's the red. The blue, as you can see, the x is connected to the -4. That's what it's directly connected to. Then the 3 is connected to that same way. You still have to get rid of the red in order to get to the blue. So opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. So I have to multiply both sides by 3 in order to get rid of it from the left. So I end up with x minus 4. It's less than or equal to 5 times 3, 15, as you can see. Okay, I multiply this side by 3. I know, sorry. Multiply that side by 3 and got rid of it over there. Then I have to multiply over here as well. So that's why I got 15 down here. Then simply x minus 4. What's the opposite of -4? +4. Opposite of subtracting 4, adding 4. Boom, adding 4. X is less than or equal to 19. Okay, do your best to graph if you can graph. It's not a requirement. I want the answers. Shout outs if you do the graphing. I can't wait to take this mask off because it's very difficult to see. All right, kids. Don't forget, Friday starts spring break. I'll see you tomorrow.